မြန်မာရိုးရာဆောင်ဖြင့်တီးခတ်ဖွင့်လှစ်ပေးပါသောယဉ်ကျေးမှုဝန်ကြီးဌာနအားအထူးပင်ကျေးဇူးတင်ရှိပါတယ်ရှင်။အခုအစီအစဉ်ရဒုတိယသမ္မတဒေါက်တာဆိုင်းမောင်ခန့်ကအဖွင့်အမှာစကားပြောကြားပေးရန်ဖြစ်ပါတယ်။ရိုသေလေးစားအပ်ပါသောဒုတိယသမ္မတကြီးရှင်အဖွင့်အမှာစကားမွေးကြားပေးနိုင်ပါရန်ကာရဝရှိထားရိုသေလေးစားစွာပန်ကြားအပ်ပါတယ်ရှင်။
According to the item, we respectfully request His Excellency Dr.Sai Kham, Vice President of the Republic of the Union of Myanmar, to kindly deliver the opening speech.
Excellencies, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, Mangalava, and a very good morning to you all. It's a privilege and pleasure to give an opening remark at this 8th Asia-Pacific Conference on RSHR under the theme of ensuring universal access to sexual and reproductive health and rights for sustainable development in Asia and the Pacific. Indeed, it's a great honor to have the opportunity to host this kind of important conference in Myanmar for the first time. Let me start by sharing with you my views on the aims of this conference. As we can imagine, different countries face different challenges on universal access to sexual and reproductive health. One of the aims of this conference is, therefore, to provide a platform for all stakeholders to share success stories and lessons learned, so we can identify priority action to advance towards our shared goal. Secondly, the conference will share research findings in order to advance our knowledge of innovations, technologies, service deliveries, and population-related issues. Thirdly, to share evidence-based practices in advocacy, policy, financing, governance, and SRHR program integration into the health system. Fourthly, to strengthen partnerships in the region and with other regions through which we expect new opportunities to emerge. Ladies and gentlemen, sexual and reproductive health rights are crucial not only for saving lives but also for ensuring that women can live a life of dignity and quality. It is well known that family planning and reproductive health services could cut maternal deaths by almost 1/3 simply by preventing high-risk and unwanted pregnancies. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to touch on sexual and reproductive health rights in Myanmar's national context. Over the past 5 years, as our country has opened up, Myanmar has made significant progress and achievements in various sectors, including the health sector, which has gone through a series of far-reaching reforms in 2011. Together with many countries in the region, Myanmar has committed to Family Planning 2020 with a global partnership that supports the rights of women and girls to decide freely whether, when, and how many children they want to have. Ladies and gentlemen, the world has come a long way since 1994 ICPD in Cairo, where 179 countries recognize reproductive health and rights women's empowerment and gender equality as key to population and development programs. The Asia-Pacific region has made striking advances in reducing maternal mortality and improving access to reproductive health services. Indeed, many of the developing countries in this region have achieved the MDGs goal number 5 of reducing maternal mortality by 3/4 between 1990 and 2015. Yet, we cannot remain complacent. In 2015 alone, around 830 women died every day from preventable causes related to pregnancy and childbirth. The new SDGs recognize the need to prioritize these issues. Maternal mortality reduction is set out in the very first target 3.1 under SDG number 3. The importance of ensuring universal access to SRHR is clearly set out in targets 3.7 and 5.6. Ladies and gentlemen, achieving universal access to SRHR and reducing maternal mortality will require action not only on the health front, but also on all aspects of life that affect the decision-making power of women. In many societies and cultures, women cannot make key decisions by themselves, even if these are decisions concerning their health and well-being. Such inequities and disparities still pose challenges in several countries, not least in the mountainous areas of Myanmar. This means we need strategies to go beyond the health sector, such as girls' education, women's literacy, advocacy knowledge, and roads and transport interventions. We also need networkings and alliances at all levels. At the grassroots level, partnership with local networks and indigenous leaders will help to expand outreach to serve previously unserved communities. At national and subnational levels, partnership with CSO, especially women's organizations, and the private sector will make approaches and interventions more effective. Of course, at the international level, we need effective collaboration and cooperation with our development partners, INGOs, with universities and research institutes, and professional associations. Second, we also need to build the strength of local culture and tradition. In Myanmar, for example, we have the tradition called Prahita, of mutual help for the good of community, as do some other countries in the region. Building on such traditions and fostering alliances with civil society networks would contribute significantly to transforming the lives of vulnerable women. Third, we need to strengthen health governance and health systems to bolster our health research capacities. Effective health governance is especially crucial for preventing stockouts of health and reproductive health supplies, ensuring timely and effective health services. Fourth, we will be able to realize our goals only if we apply the principle of integration in our approaches. The numerous international and regional commitments that countries have made will eventually overstretch capacities unless we use integrated approaches. For example, integrating sexual and reproductive health and HIV/AIDS programs into existing health systems, integrating women's literacy and empowerment strategies into reproductive health programs, integrating different sectoral interventions so that these converge on the same underserved communities. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the agenda of this conference promises a rich array of presentations and discussions, including issues like gender, rights, governance, private sector partnership, and integration of services. And I'm convinced that this conference will generate new ideas to help shape a new development paradigm with improved services and better protected sexual and reproductive rights. And finally, I wish you all a fruitful and productive conference. Thank you.